All right, it is time for our first ever live Facebook Q&A with the Galaxy's Stevie G. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready for it.
People have a lot of questions for you, as I'm learning.
Hit me.
Yeah.
I'm ready for it.
And this is all part of Galaxy Social, which is social media night on Saturday. So we're going to be doing a lot of promos during the game on Saturday against Salt Lake. So you'll have to tune in. We're going to be airing some stuff on Time Warner as well as throughout the entire Galaxy game. So I'm sure we'll have a lot of questions over the next few days. So let's go ahead and get into this. The first question, Stevie, what's your favorite place in LA to hang out after a long day?
I like to go home. I like to spend time with my family up in Beverly Hills. I'm very fortunate to be renting a property out there. So when all the hard work's done, I'm in the car up to 405 and I hang out around there and I chill out, go to the local coffee shops and restaurants and just downtown.
How's that 405 traffic treating you?
Well, it can be absolutely brutal, obviously, if you go in rush hour. So I try and avoid the rush hour. It usually takes 35 to 45 minutes. If you've got someone else in the car, it's obviously nice to jump in the pool lane. So just avoid it at rush hour, that's the key.
Yeah, and get home and have some fun. All right, a soccer question. Who's one of the toughest defenders that you've ever faced?
I think back in the UK, it definitely have to be John Terry. For me, he's the best defender I played with, alongside Jamie Carragher, also Rio Ferdinand, very tough defender as well. Over in the MLS, the new signing we've signed, Jelle Van Dam's very tough opponent, very physical on the training pitch. I'm glad I don't have to play against him every week. And also in one-on-one situations, Ashley Cole's the master. He's been probably the best left back in the world for the last, probably 10 out of the last 13, 14 years. So I've been fortunate to play with some top defenders.
And isn't it exciting for you to have both Jelle and Ashley on your team and just this international presence you guys have created?
Well, I think them two guys could be the key to the team this year. I went on record last year and said that I thought we had a very good team, and going forward we played some really good flowing football, but I felt like we were a bit, I don't think weak's the right word, but a bit flaky at the back. We conceded too many goals and we were too easy to play against, but I think so far this year we've been a lot more solid and a lot more difficult to play against.
Yeah, it's definitely been a better start for this club. All right, what's your favorite part about living in LA?
Weather.
Oh, so nice, right?
So predictable. But it's the weather, it's a change for me, just to paint a picture of what I'm used to. You're talking 80-85% of the year being cloudy, if not wet, cold. Sometimes when you go to train in Liverpool, it's dark when you leave the house in the morning, and then when you come home it can be dark as well. So to come to California and it to be hot all year round, I'm really blessed to be in to enjoy this climate.
You say you're blessed and you like the heat, but whenever I talk to Robbie Keane, he's always whining about the heat. So what's the deal? Why do you like it?
I can understand where Keano's coming from. To work in the heat and to play in the heat, it is torture. You go to a place like Houston or you train here in the summer after 10 o'clock and it can be really brutal. We played last year against New York at 12 o'clock kick-off, and it was the longest 90 minutes in my career. So there's pros and cons. What I mean is, in general, to wake up in the morning and go and work in this climate and enjoy the sunshine, it's a big change for me, and a change that I'm really enjoying. But football-wise, everyone will tell you prefer a little bit of cool and the pitch to be wet, if you like. It makes a lot more exciting.
Do your girls love the weather and the beach here?
They love it, yeah. They come in and out to California as the year goes by, and it's like they're on holiday. When they're here, though, I'm up the wall every minute of the day. I'm at university, I'm at the beach, I'm at gymnastics, I'm at trampoline, and I don't get a minute to myself. So when they're not here, it's just all chilled out.
You can actually rest. It's tough being a dad, isn't it?
Very tough. It is when you've got three.
Yeah. What's your favorite all-time soccer memory?
For me, it's my own personal experience in 2005, the Champions League final. Just the way the game panned out, being 3 down at half-time, thinking the dream was over, and then obviously the crazy turnaround, the miracle of Istanbul will live long in the memory.
Yeah, that's an amazing moment. All right. Go to your teammates and you have to give me the dish on them. You have to be honest with me, because I know them. I think I know them maybe better than you, because I've been here for 4 years, so I know the answers to this. Who's the funniest teammate on the Galaxy?
Funniest teammate on the Galaxy? I'm having some fun with Jelle Van Dam. I know he's new, but I'm having some fun with this guy. He's full of energy for his age. For me, Keano makes me laugh. You know, he's always moaning and complaining. He's never happy. But I sort of get a buzz off it because I'm a bit of a moaner myself. But he does all my moaning for me, so it tickles me. You know.
I love that. You know, AJ's pretty funny too.
To be honest with you, all the guys, it's a great dressing room. The team spirit has been fantastic, and everyone has the little moments, you know. But for me, I spend obviously more time with Robbie because I know him better than the rest, and I just, honest to God, I get high off his moaning. It's good.
Are you two, and I don't want to offend you, but I don't think I will, are you two like the old curmudgeon men?
He is. I just let him do all the moaning and hide him behind him. But yeah, we are quite close. You know, you're down in that dressing room in the thick of it. There's a lot of banter going on down there.
Yeah, that's what makes it enjoyable.
Of course.
What other sports do you follow closely?
Over in the States, I've obviously followed the basketball. I'm sure you've seen me down at the Lakers quite a lot.
Yeah.
When I come, I had the decision, the Clippers or the Lakers. But you know, I'd watched a lot of basketball back home, and it was more the Lakers. Obviously, Kobe and Shaquille O'Neal back in the day. So over here, I've followed the basketball a lot. I follow golf quite a bit back home. I've got a handicap at 10. Hopefully, going to try and get the single figures at some day. So probably golf and basketball. US sports. Back home, I like snooker, but you probably won't be aware of snooker too much over here. It's like a billiards game, but it's quite big in the UK.
All right. So since I work for the Lakers, I have to say that you made the right choice. And I know that you got to watch a lot of Kobe at the end. You were on the floor, you were with Robbie and David. What was it like to watch that? And
I've also been at the back as well, you know.
Okay. He's not that cool, don't worry about it.
No, I'm not that cool. You know, I've done row Z, I've done row A, no problem with me. You know,
so he says.
I'm a humble guy. No, but you know, Kobe went out of his way to give me a nice message when I arrived, and I went and met the guy. He was fantastic. It was a great honour for me to meet a legend in the game. And obviously, the easiest thing to do when you turn up is to go with the Clippers, who are doing a little bit better than the Lakers at the moment. But for me, support the underdog and get behind them, and I'm sure the Lakers will bounce back in the next couple of years.
Yeah, I sure hope so. All right, if you could be anything else besides a pro athlete, what would you be?
Difficult question, really. I'm not sure what I'd be. In school, I wasn't really top of the class. You know, football was the dream from a very early age. And I was blessed to be at Liverpool from 8 years of age. What I'd like to do? I'd like to be really good into computers. That's something that interests me. To be really clever or academic computers or something. I'm a businessman.
Okay. Are you technologically savvy?
I'm not bad. I can work my way around an Apple Mac. I do like to do a lot of stuff on the computer away from the game. So that's what interests me.
All right, that's cool. This is an interesting one. Your worst habit, besides whining, like Robbie Keane?
Worst habit? Probably swearing, I think. I've got a potty mouth.
Do you? Don't most athletes, though?
Yeah, and people that like to have a little moan. You always filter in a lot of swear words, and with having 3 girls, it's something I've got to get on top of because I'm quite strict with them. I don't let them swear or say anything derogatory, but I'm not sending the right example. I need to improve in that department.
Does your wife swear?
No, not really. She's always on my back. She slips now and again, but not as much as me. So I need to really set a better example on the swearing, but it comes from being in and around men all the time and playing football every single day. I sort of slip up one then and go back into my family environment.
Hey, I'm around men because all I do is cover sports. So then I have a potty mouth.
It's the TV, and you're shouting at the TV and you're watching football matches. And, if Liverpool are getting beat or England are getting beat, and the girls are just in the background, I lose myself in the moment.
What happens if your girl swears? Is there like a drop a quarter in a jar situation?
Yeah, it's piggy bank stuff, and it's just not big enough, and I'm just putting money in it constantly.
That's good. It's for their college funds, right?
It's paying for the private school.
Oh yeah, you're paying for it now. You don't even have to wait till they're 18.
I know.
All right. Have you tried In-N-Out yet?
Yes, I have.
Oh, how good is it?
10 out of 10.
Oh. What do you get? What's your order?
I went animal style. I was told if you're doing it, you have to go animal style. Robbie Rogers said to me, "Have you done In-N-Out yet?" And I was like, "No, I'd been here for 2-3 weeks, and I think we got a couple of days off after the victory." And I went down, and I've been in Universal on the way out. I got an In-N-Out and absolutely spoiled myself. And I am guilty of being back.
Yeah.
quite a few occasions.
You
I
can't
won't say how
not
many.
go back.
I know, it's amazing.
Did you have a shake?
I used to like a McDonald's maybe like once every couple of months as a treat, but McDonald's is being packed up and I'm in and out.
Did you have a shake at In-N-Out?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Yeah, what kind?
Strawberry one.
Oh, that's my number 2. Neapolitan's my number 1. How about the fries?
Yeah, I went animal style with the burger and the fries. Intense.
You want to know something about me? I'm going to give you some information. I dip my fries in my Neapolitan shake.
Wow.
It's the sweet and the savory together.
Not for me, but each to their own. Each to their own. I've got a few bad habits myself.
All right. What's it like to play with Gio?
I really enjoy it. I think he's a great kid. You know, he puts you in a good mood, Gio, when you see him in the morning. That big smile. He's good to be around. He's a fun guy. I was aware of Gio obviously when he played in the Premier League and followed his career. And you know, we come at a similar time as well. He's a young kid. You know, I like to put my arm around him and help him, but I enjoy being around him on and off the pitch. I think he's a great kid, and he was a really good signing for the Galaxy. I know they've made a big investment around Gio, but I think the team should be built around him. I think he has got that amount of ability, as you've seen at the weekend, and he's someone that I'm desperate for him to do well at the Galaxy. He's a good kid.
How cool is it for you to be at where you are in your career and to see him at where he is and be able to play together?
Yeah, well, I mean, you want to play with good players. So for me, when we signed Gio, I was really happy. Gio's, you know, in the prime years of his career. You know, I'm at the tail end, if you like. So I suppose there's a lot more pressure on Gio, if you like. But you know, we're here to help each other. I've got his back, and I know he's got mine, and hopefully it'll click this season and we can be successful together. And I'd love to share a big moment here, not just with Gio, with all the guys and the manager and all the supporters who've been great with me since I arrived.
I would love to see that too. So have you tried tacos here?
Of course I am a Gio friend. Taco Tuesday, Taco Madeira.
That's right.
That's the one.
That's right. What kind of tacos do you like?
I like beef. I've had lobster tacos.
Oh.
I'm quite open with my food. I love my food and I don't mind experimenting, so I've tried them all really. But if I could pick lobster, I'd go lobster tacos.
Lobster is good. If you want a recommendation for tacos, you got to go to Mercado in Santa Monica.
Really?
It's, yeah, really good.
Okay.
I'm half Mexican,
Okay.
so I know my Mexican food.
Okay.
It's really good.
I'll take it on.
Yep. What's your favorite stadium that you've ever played in?
My favourite stadium is Anfield, because it's where I've had all my big moments during my career, so I'm obviously going to be biased towards Anfield. But what I would say is I feel really at home at this stadium. I think it's a cool, classy stadium. It's got loads of character in the way it's designed. The pitch is phenomenal. The fans are good, so I really enjoy all home games in the MLS. Wembley Stadium, 90,000, is an incredible atmosphere as well. Outside of where I'm used to, I'd probably say Real Madrid Stadium and AC Milan's and Barcelona's are my favourite too.
Yeah, and it's amazing what they've done here. I mean, you guys are selling out every game.
This is an incredible stadium. I mean, I've come as a supporter as well before I signed, and you know, there's no aggression from the stands. Everyone comes and has a good time. It's a great family atmosphere. The show before the game at half time. You know, if we get a win the way you celebrate the fans, I think it's a terrific experience for any supporters that want to come to the game.
Yeah, it's really cool to watch.
And since I've come, actually, when I first come, obviously the demand for tickets was quite big, but now it's huge. There's just not enough tickets to go around, and it's because of credit to what they've built here. Everyone enjoys themselves when they come.
Yeah, it's really, really fun. I mean, obviously, bringing guys like you over has really changed the dynamic, but it's so enjoyable.
Well, I think we've got so many good players at the moment. I think Bruce has gone into the market and spent really well, and the additions we've made, all the tools are there for us to become a really strong team.
All right, next question. What team will win the European Championships this summer?
I think England will do very well, but I'm not sure that they're good enough to go out and win the tournament. I think the favourites are going to be Germany, France and Spain. I think it'll come from one of them three. But I think England are going to push really hard. I fancy them to get to the last four.
How closely will you follow all of that?
Well, it depends on what happens here. I realise we get a break, I think, from the 2nd of June up till the 18th, so I want to be in front of the TV to watch as many games as possible. I'd love to be there and be able to experience it, but because of the MLS that's not possible. But I'll certainly have me England shirt on supporting the boys.
Yeah. All right, your favourite MLS stadium that you've played in besides StubHub?
I think it'd have to be Seattle. I'm not a fan of the turf, but in terms of atmosphere and numbers and a crowd that gets behind the team, I really enjoyed the battles against Seattle. Even though we never got the result we wanted in the playoffs, I really enjoyed going there and battling against Seattle. You know, the more numbers for me, the better.
Totally. And I feel like they're just such good soccer fans. Like when you go in, they appreciate the game so much. It makes it different.
I think they're very, very supportive of the team. You know, they get behind, they all come in green, and you know, when you walk out there, it does feel like a real big, you know, intimidating atmosphere, and you know, that's what I'm used to back home. So it felt more like a game back in Europe.
Do you like being booed?
I don't mind being booed.
Yeah, does that like get you going?
I think you get booed for a reason, because they see it as a threat. You know, I think when you go unnoticed in the game, you're probably not playing to the level that you want to be playing at. So I love banter from opposition fans. I don't mind getting booed at all. I've had moans and groans from my own supporters. For me, it's football, it's life. You've got to take it on the chin and be man enough to accept it, because I've had a lot of applaudits off my own fans, and I've had applaudits off away fans, and you've got to take the rough with the smooth.
I think that's one of the funniest things that I learned about Kobe this year, is he loved being booed and people talking trash to him, and then all of a sudden this year everyone's praising him and cheering for him, and he's like, when did you guys start liking me?
Well, I think people don't realise what they've got until it's gone or it threatens to be gone.
Yeah.
And I think once Kobe made the announcement it was going to be it last year, I think people who followed him for many, many years, and even the new people who were jumping on the bandwagon and maybe threw a bit of stick his way, have realised that we're going to lose an absolute legend of the game here. He is a unique player, and they don't come around very often, so let's appreciate him in his final moments, and he certainly deserved that. Yeah. But getting booed and getting jeered and a bit of banter from the opposition, I think it's great.
It means you're doing something right.
Of course, when no one cares about you, that's when you're probably doing it wrong.
Exactly, yeah. All right, are you looking forward to playing NYCFC in Yankee Stadium?
Yeah, I've played in the stadium before for Liverpool in some pre-season friendlies, but to go there with the Galaxy this year on that little tight pitch, and I'm sure it'll be an intimidating atmosphere. We played them here last year and we were much stronger than them, but I think they're going to improve this year, so it'll be a good test for us. And we've also got Chicago on the back of that as well, so it's an important road trip, and we're going there for 6 points.
Yeah, it's special being in Yankee Stadium.
Of course, sure. Legendary stadium.
Yeah. All right, the best American player you've played against in MLS?
I think it has to be Giovinco. I played against him in a pre-season friendly here. I actually watched the game when the Galaxy played him last year, and the Galaxy played very well and kept him reasonably quiet, but to see what he's doing in the MLS, I think he's a phenomenal footballer. Direct competition against the midfielder, I like Nagby. He went off injured last week after Nigel's title. I think he's very energetic, gets across the pitch and around the pitch very well. His passing's quite safe and good, and he managed to get a goal against us last year. So he's probably put in the best individual performance against us, I'd say, since he's been here.
Yeah, you definitely have a lot of amazing opponents, that's for sure. Thoughts on this year's EPL title race?
I think Leicester will hang on. I think we're running out of games for anything to change. I think Spurs will run them very, very close. They've got Swansea away, Leicester in the next game. I think if they take maximum points, it's going to be Leicester's title. But anything can happen. You know, I've been at this stage myself, and the pressure and stuff, and you know, it's managed to slip out of our hands. So Leicester have still got a little bit of hard work to do, but it's been such a unique season in the EPL. It's absolutely crazy to see Manchester City, Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal, these big powers to be off the pace.
Is it weird for you to be watching from here?
It's different. It's strange. You know, when I go home, I have to rush home to get games, or I have to watch the games here at training to get them, and then when they're finished, it feels strange that I'm not looking forward to a game in the evening. That's the only difference, really. But I think the coverage out here is really good. It's probably better than home.
Really?
You know, at home we don't really get a Saturday afternoon game, we only get highlights in the evening, and then we get live games on a Sunday, on a Monday, so I'm quite spoiled with the footage out here. It's really good.
Well, that's good to hear. I like that. I know I'm a little biased, but do you think Liverpool can win Europa League?
I think Liverpool will win the Europa League. I've had a side bet with Giovanni Dos Santos because his brother plays with Villarreal, so let you into a little secret. We've got a dinner bet on that fixture.
Where at?
Well, whoever wins can choose.
Gets to pick.
And I know some expensive restaurants.
Yeah, you do.
And I like me wine. So this is a big bet. You know, over the 2 legs, whoever manages to get to the final has to treat the other one. So he thinks it's a 3-course meal, but I like 5 courses.
Yeah, don't let me down. 5 courses, and I can't wait to hear about where
Lobster,
you pick.
caviar, the lot. He doesn't know what I like.
Yeah.
He best bring his bank.
Kid has no idea what's coming.
No.
Your favorite restaurant in LA?
Nobu Malibu.
Oh, on the water.
Just picturesque, standard of the food.
So,
You know, just to be able to sit outside or in, have the choice. It's just an amazing spot.
I know, you get super spoiled out there.
Yeah.
Have you been to Mastro's out there?
I've done Maestro's up my way.
Okay. In Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
That's a good
Phenomenal.
one.
I mean, you could pick probably 15, 20 top restaurants. Have you done Craig's?
Yes.
Into Craig's?
They have a gluten-free pizza that I die
Oh,
for.
that's amazing.
Yeah. Who will win the FA Cup?
Don't want to answer this question. Will Everton play Manchester United? So I think the winner of that semi-final will win the cup, and I think Manchester United will beat Everton. So it's not going to be a good year for me as far as the FA Cup's concerned.
I'm sorry.
It's not good. It's not good.
PFA Player of the Year.
Very close this year. I think Jamie Vardy will win PFA Player of the Year, but I don't think you can complain if Mahrez won Player of the Year or Harry Kane. I think they've probably been the best 3.
Is it amazing to see that competition between them and just the level they're at?
It's almost like a shoot-off. You know, they're both fighting for the league title. You know, they're both in the running to be the top scorer. They're both fighting for that number 9 position in the England team. And I think that's brought the best out of each other, that rivalry. But to see them play together for England was pretty good to watch. You know, you had energy, you had someone running in behind, you had the class of Kane. What I would say is I think Kane's going to be around for the next 10, 12 years. I think he's going to consistently be in the running to be top scorer in the EPL because he's a goal machine.
Yeah. All right, how do you think the Galaxy will do against Real Salt Lake?
I think we'll win.
Yeah.
I've got every confidence in the team. You know, we're on the back of a very big win over in Houston, a road win, and we've got big players in good form. I think that could be the difference.
Do you think that, I mean, I know you don't like to talk about yourself, but having you and Gio back makes a huge difference for what you guys are able to do?
Yeah, of course. You know, with any team, you want your big players to be in good form. But what I would say is it's not just us two. You know, as you say, defensively this season we've been very solid. Everyone's contributing to the team, and you know, to get success for me with my experience, you need 7 or 8 players within the 11 to be 8, 9 out of 10. That's where the success comes from. You can afford to carry 1 or 2. You know, and we've all been guilty of falling below our standards, but the more players you get closer to top form, that's when the success and the magic happens, and I feel that's very close to the Galaxy.
Yeah, you guys are looking good. Just got to get Keno back in there.
That's it. Well, he's the key. You know, he's the goal machine for us. You know, we can get him back fit and firing. Add him to what we've seen at Houston. Get Nigel back in the team as well, who's going to help us defensively. I think we'll be very difficult to beat.
Yeah, I agree. How often? Ooh, this is a good one. We were talking about this earlier. How often do you get recognized here?
It depends where I am. What I find is there's a lot of Mexican people that recognise me, probably because I played many years in the Champions League, and Mexican fans absolutely adore soccer, so they notice me more than American people. American people I could probably go unrecognised with 99%.
So when you go to Craig's, which for people that don't know, there's TMZ is always waiting outside. It's a very popular place for celebrities to go. Do they recognise you there?
The Mexican paparazzi make the American paparazzi recognise me.
Well, that's nice.
But once I'm in the restaurant, no one recognises me.
Is that part of the allure for you to want to be here? Is you can kind of just
I think it was one pro why I came here. You know, living in Liverpool is a very small city. You know, the Liverpool fans are very passionate. The Everton fans are very aggressive against me. You know, to go out of the door at any point in Liverpool just to be in traffic or to be in a coffee shop, it's a very difficult situation to be in if you're a Liverpool player, especially if you're captain and especially if you're a big rival of Everton. So to come to a country where I go 90% of the time and recognise it as a nice break.
So nice, just get through your meal all by yourself.
Just enjoy it.
Describe Luis Suarez in 3 words.
Oh, best player ever.
There you go. That was easy.
Best played
Player.
with. Best. I don't know. Something around that.
No, that's good. The best central midfielder you've played with.
Xabi Alonso. Bayern Munich, obviously played at Real Madrid. He was at Liverpool, I think, for 5-6 years as well. Had a bit of everything. One of the best passes of a ball I've ever played with. Normally, when Spanish players come into the Premier League, they take a year or 2 to settle and get up to speed with the pace and how aggressive it is. But Xabi had a little bit of English in him, where he was very physical, and he could mix it any way you wanted it with Xabi. But just absolute special as contact on the ball. And, positionally, he used to give me the ball a lot earlier than most of the centre midfielders. From an England point of view, probably Paul Scholes, Frank Lampard.
Okay. Thoughts on Liverpool's win this week against Everton?
Very nice, absolutely.
The one highlight for you.
Highlight of the week so far. I mean, it was probably the most one-sided Merseyside derby I can ever remember, really. Obviously, with the sending off and Everton having injuries in big positions, it was a one-sided match. But from Liverpool's point of view, you've still got to go out and do the damage, and you've done it in style. I just hope that the kid who got injured, that Divock Origi, is not too serious, because it was a bad time.
No. Favorite player growing up?
Zinedine Zidane, from a worldwide point of view. I used to love watching him. A silky player, so skillful, scored goals, created goals. Played in a similar position to myself, so he was a big idol of mine.
Did you have posters of him on your wall?
I wouldn't go that
Were you
far.
that kind of kid?
I wouldn't go that far. I had posters of all the Liverpool players. I didn't
Okay.
really start getting into Zidane until I was a bit older, and I was a little bit too old for posters on the wall. But as far as going on YouTube and getting discs and reading about him, I followed his career a lot.
Okay, well, speaking of posters, no one's asking this question, but I want to ask it. When you were a kid, did you have a poster of any singers or anyone like that on your wall? Or actresses?
A few actresses, yeah.
Who was it?
You know Baywatch very well, don't you?
Yeah! Carmen Electra?
Just use your imagination.
That is so
You
good.
couldn't see me wallpaper, let's just leave it at that.
Oh!
Electra, Anderson.
Oh, yes. What's it like to play for Mr. Bruce Arena?
It depends whether he's in a mood to get on.
He's an old curmudgeon like you and Robbie.
He's
I
old
know
school.
that for sure.
He's old school. Yeah, no, I mean, Bruce was a big part of getting me out here. You know, he sold the club and the MLS to me very well over the phone, and when he came to meet me in Liverpool, and I found a connection with him. You know, he's obviously got a huge name and a big reputation over here in America, and I know he's a winner, and he's successful, and that's the reason why I wanted to be part of his setup. I'm enjoying working with him. As I said to you earlier, I'd love nothing better than to deliver another MLS for Bruce.
Yeah, and he does an incredible job of bringing you all out.
Of course, well, he's got to manage all these egos and these
I don't know how he
and
does
this,
it.
and
Oh.
so credit to him for looking after us all.
All right, so I think that is it. Thank you so much.
Been a pleasure. Anytime.
Thank you all for your awesome questions, for being a part of Galaxy Social. And like I said earlier, you can tune in on Time Warner if you are here on Saturday and watch the game and ask some more questions as we go through the weekend, because we're going to be doing a whole social media thing on Saturday. So that was Stevie G. I'm Kelli Tennant. Have a great day.